Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. We're back with another episode of Weekenderlander. On this episode, Ash and I and Atreyu take my Tacoma out for a little weekend adventure. Some interesting stuff happens, and I want to do some venting, but it's gonna be a fairly sized vent, so I'm gonna save it for the end. But in a nutshell, I just want to encourage you to be a good human being, to not trash campsites and get places closed down, to not do dumb stuff that could potentially cause physical harm to another human being or an animal. And don't be dumb. We'll get to that more. At the end, I'm sitting here in front of my Land Cruiser. You guys probably know about this thing if you've watched the channel, but if I was a more wealthy individual, I would probably be driving around in a Land Rover Defender 110. Interestingly enough, the sponsor of today's video is Omaze. You could skip all this and go to omaze.com/landrover if you want, but I saw one of these ads, or maybe it was somebody's post or whatever, a while back, a couple weeks back, for this opportunity that I actually entered myself like weeks ago. They reached out, wanted to sponsor a video, and let me tell you what it is real quick. Omaze is a company that works with nonprofit organizations to raise money in unique and interesting ways, like really amazing vehicles or cool vacations or like celebrity hangouts, stuff like that. This one is for a custom-built Land Rover Defender 110 by a company called Himalaya. I'll show some pictures of something like what you could get, but you get to choose your color, you get to choose a lot of aspects of the build, like you could throw in an LS3, V8, Corvette engine swap, custom leather interior, custom sound system, custom paint job, and on top, they throw in 20 grand that you can spend on gas money or whatever you want, really. The really cool part though, is that a portion of that goes both towards paying for this awesome build and goes towards the National Geographic Society, which played a huge role in my childhood, really kind of turning me on to nature, I think. I used to flip through those magazines, I loved them. You probably did much of the same. So anyways, this opportunity is two birds with one stone. Get a chance to win an incredible vehicle worth $100,000, couple $100,000 probably, and donate towards a good charity. So for more, check it out, omaze.com/landrover. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try to not talk too much, so let's just jump into it. We made it to this spot. It's not a very pretty spot. It's where I shoot guns a fair bit, and I got here and it makes me really mad. So we're gonna start this video off on a negative note. This is a tree that fell over, and it didn't have to fall over. It fell over because idiots put targets on trees or just shoot trees for no reason whatsoever. So if you want to put a target on a tree that's already dead or already a stump, that's okay. But shooting up a live tree is just, well, say you don't care about the environment, that's fine, whatever. But I'm assuming you like to shoot guns, and that means the more of this that happens, the more spots get closed down to shooting guns. So there's absolutely no reason to do this. This is coming from somebody who likes to shoot guns. Don't do that, ever. And then this garbage, you know my philosophy, trash leaves trash. So lots of trash, lots of brass. So pick up Pick up your brass, always. Pick up your trash, and don't be trash. Okay, we'll get into a better mood now. So we're here, this is the spot. It's not very pretty. This is the old burn area, so most of these trees burned down a long time ago and never really recovered. And then the few trees that are left standing, well, some people shoot them down. It's actually the second or third tree that's been shot down here. I've been shooting at this spot for years. This tree actually just blew over. So this one was one that the wind took. So a lot of times in high wind areas, you can kind of see the direction that the trees fall. So if you do have to park under trees, do it in a direction that it looks like they won't fall. Better yet, park in a spot that has no trees really to fall on it. Like this little tiny tree doesn't look like it's gonna fall over. And if it did, I don't think it would hit my car. Anyway, quick safety tip. What do you think, Ash? Ashley doesn't get as upset about trash and trashy people as I do, but she actually usually probably picks up more trash than me. She's really good about picking up trash. So we'll probably be picking up trash for a while. The spot isn't very level, so got some rocks and did the best we could. And it's level-ish. Didn't feel like spending a whole lot more time. We're gonna kind of set up camp, and we brought a bunch of food, a bunch of different kinds of food, some cheap food, some fun food. Most of it's in here. I just put the fridge in the back seat. I'm powering it with, maybe I'll get it out later if I remember. This is a EcoFlow Delta. This unit's not out yet, but I've had it for a bit, testing it out. Really nice unit, but I'll show you. Another good reason to keep work type gloves in your car. I always keep a pair or two of mechanics just to kind of do some stuff. So this also, there's a bunch of glass broken. Sorry, my camera's not really focusing here. A bunch of glass broken, which obviously is bad for dogs and stuff. So probably, a lot of times, Ashley's pretty good about this. When we get to a camp spot, she'll kind of scope out the trash and see if it looks like there's a bunch of glass broken, and this place has tons of glass. So I'll probably help Ashley pick some up here. And then once it's kind of clear, then we can let Atreyu kind of roam without keeping a close eye on him. So we're gonna pick that up. We're gonna pick some more trash up. Thanks, Ash. You the best. So this tree fell down and someone limbed it. I don't know, maybe the Forest Service. But anyways, a ton of branches on the ground. I asked Ashley if I should bring the fire pit, and I thought she said no, but apparently she said yes. So I didn't bring it or any firewood, but luckily we got all this wood. And there was a fire ring here. Another little tip of treading lightly. You know, don't build fires if there's no fire ring. In general. This fire, I mean, the wood is really wet. I'm surprised it started so easy, but it did. Are you happy that we have a fire? Because it's pretty cold, and I forgot to pack the sleeping bag. Whoops. So what we've got going here are some bowl noodles, some ramen. Ashley made some vegetables for hers, but you know, I don't like vegetables. I'm gonna put an egg in it. I don't know, maybe some other stuff. But when I was thinking about food to make, that was just kind of easy, because you know we like easy food. I was like, you know what? I don't eat ramen all that often, but it sounds like a nice warming food and easy. So we're gonna have ramen. We're gonna doctor it up a little bit, maybe add some butter. I saw this little like doctoring up ramen recipe online, because I was like, I wonder if people make ramen camping, and then came across it. So we're gonna doctor it up a little bit, just boiling the water on the little butane stove because it's not too cold yet. Probably in low 40s, high 30s right now. Okay. Trey just finished his dinner. Yum, yum. All right, beers this trip. Ashley's drinking a 90 shilling. And I got this guy to try. It's a New Belgium peach kick. Slightly sour peach ale. It's not like a full-on sour. It's pretty good though. Yeah, that thing used a lot of water. Oh yeah. So we put eggs, and then they say, the little thing I saw online says slice of American cheese, which I forgot to bring. I didn't tell Ashley really what the plan was, other than ramen. But Ashley likes like string cheese kind of stuff, the sticks of cheese. Anyway, I put half in mine and she put half in hers. So we got an egg, some cheese, the mix. And the thing I saw said put some butter in there too, so I may even add some butter. Oh yes. Oh, how do you feel about this?
It sounds pretty tasty.
Ashley does not want to put butter in hers though. She's very against the butter, but I'm buttering it. What, are you doing it?
Yeah.
So Ashley thought it was gross. She was making fun of me. She's like, why don't you just put some butter in your hot chocolate too? I was like, that sounds good. It's like bulletproof coffee. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit. I don't know how much you're supposed to put in here, but that seems like a good amount. I wonder if this cheese melted in here yet.
Mine melt.
Gotta froth it. Gotta froth it a little bit. A meal fit for a king. Ashley loves these things when she gets cold. Insole foot warmers. So they got little sticky things on the bottom. So you actually stick them on the bottom. Well, there's a picture. You stick them on the bottom of your feet. So Ashley almost always uses these. So I thought I would show you. I never use them. I don't really care for them, but Ashley loves them, huh?
I love them.
Hi.
Hello.
So ramen feedback. I thought it would be good and hit the spot, and it was good. And it did hit the spot. What do you think, Ashley? How was it?
I loved it.
Ashley said actually it was her favorite camping food so far, especially in the cold weather, because in the little bowl, it's like warming your hands while you're holding it, and it kind of like warms your body, and then you like drink the broth, and I don't know, it was magical to me, and cheap. I mean, we spiced it up a little bit with egg, butter, cheese. Ashley added some vegetables. I mean, still all that stuff's pretty cheap, but I mean, I would have been pretty much equally as happy with just regular old cup of noodles too. These were like $1 each, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ashley hates being on camera. absolutely hates it. But she said she's got to get more comfortable, so here she is. I'll just point the camera at her for 5 minutes. She just tripped over the bin. Okay, we're gonna hang out by the campfire. I don't really know what we're gonna do. Again, winter camping is, you know, gets kind of boring after 6 o'clock. So drink a couple beers, downloaded a couple movies on the iPad to watch. I have this VR, I have an Oculus Quest. My brother and a couple guys at work got them and loved them, and so I got peer pressured into getting it. And I hardly ever play it, but it's a lot of fun when I do. I basically just play Beat Saber, and I thought about bringing it camping, but then I was like, I'm gonna get so much crap by people if I put that in a video, but I thought it would be fun. So let me know. Should I bring it next time? I think I'm gonna bring it next time. Okay. Okay, bye.
I am sitting at this bar trying to forget all the fun we used to have. Even though I'm better and time has passed, now I wonder where your mind's at. In my dreams I pick you up, I just wanna make it right. I know all about your troubles, wanna drown into your eyes and feel your blues.
Good morning. So, even though I forgot to pack a sleeping bag, we slept all right. Didn't get super cold. Got, I think, probably into mid-20s. Trey's water bowl was frozen. This morning, this nice little puck of ice. Using the Solo stove this morning to made some coffee for Ashley. Now we're gonna make some type of hash brown concoction. So used the Delta last night. We brought the heated blanket at least, and looks like we crushed it down to 9%. So that was running the fridge all day, and then this heated blanket through the night. But it's the first time using this thing. I'll give more thoughts after I've had a little more time with it, but pretty cool. Has some really cool features for those solar generators.
So deep in you, I'm blinded by your bittersweet shine. I get what you need, I'll make you feel free. Be mine tonight and feel your blue sky within. All the trips we had, our adventures, all the waterfalls and the wild waters, hanging up the cliffs, counting all the shadows. And now we're in the shadows, wanna feel your blue sky within. So deep in you, I'm blinded by your bittersweet shine. I get what you need, I'll make you feel free. Be mine tonight and feel my blue sky within. I get what you need, I'll make you feel free. Be
So Cool recently sent out a care package. Luckily I had it. It's this pullover sweater. They sent me a handful of things and this jacket that I really like. The Arctics, I think. I forget. I'll link to it down below. Anyways, a really kind of cool looking warm jacket. They sent Ashley one too. I forget what it is, but it's her favorite jacket now. This long one. She says it's super warm. So that kept us warm through the night, if you're wondering about what I'm wearing. I posted a picture on Instagram with this jacket, and a lot of people were asking about it. I just got it though. I like it so far. No complaints. Nice, warm, thick, kind of rugged jacket. So it's just shredded potatoes, sausage crumbles. We use turkey sausage crumbles, a few eggs, some cheese, and then Ashley just put in her mixed veggies from last night that she used in her ramen, and really delicious breakfast. So I like to practice in what I'm actually gonna wear. So I have a jacket and like a sweater and a t-shirt underneath. So it's like a lot of layers to the feet, I guess. And I carry concealed carry appendix. So having a long line of rice farmers in my family comes in handy for picking up brass. I'm just kidding. I don't have any rice farmers. Oh, I probably have some rice farmers at some point. So this is the Raven. Kind of a cool system. There's no 2x4s or stand or anything, so it's kind of breaks down like this. And then you just take it away. Okay, we are packed up, ready to go. Gonna head home. Got a little shooting in, so that was fun. And something happened at the campfire last night. I don't know if I want to talk about it or not, but I think I will, just to kind of raise awareness. And it's windy out, so I don't know if the wind's coming through on the mic too much. It was crazy windy last night, but I think we're just gonna head home. I'll talk more about everything in the garage, in my non-windy garage. Okay, here we go. Hey, what's up? We're back home now, unloaded. I made this PB&J to take with because I haven't had a PB&J in like a year, but I've never grilled a PB&J. So before I clean all this stuff off, I was like, I'll just grill a quick PB&J. And then I decided to get, EcoFlow Mix panels. This is the 85 watt. They have 100 watt or 105 or 110 watt as well. So that tri-folds and then hooks into here. So you can see it's a really nice display on this thing. We ran the heated blanket. I guess Ashley ran it on high all night, which almost depleted all of this battery. So we have like a pretty big heated blanket that plugs into AC. So this has an 1800 watt AC inverter. Anyway, This is the first time testing it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but worked out fine so far. And gonna make this PBJ. All right. It's about as tasty as I thought it would be. Pretty delicious. Okay, so here we are back in my garage. Some stuff happened this trip that really rubbed me the wrong way. If you watch my videos, you get the feel. We always clean up trash wherever we go. I always advocate for responsible recreational shooting or training or whatever you're out doing. If it's on public land, respect where you are. Now, this just doesn't apply to recreational shooting. It also applies to camping. Pick up your trash, leave no trace. Don't leave the trail, though that wasn't really part of this video. But never, 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 never shoot up live trees. Don't put your target on a tree. If you want to put your target like on a dead tree stump, not a live tree, and it has a safe backdrop, go for it. But don't ever shoot live trees. It gets places shut down. So even if you don't care about nature at all, it's going to get those spots shut down and you'll have fewer and fewer places to go shoot out in nature. So don't do it. Also, it makes gun guys look horrible. I, myself, am a gun guy. I went out here, I saw trash, broken bottles, who knows who did that, but a shot down tree, I know who did that. And it made me shake my head and literally like get angry. So that kind of got us off on the wrong foot. We picked up a bunch of broken glass. I don't want Atreyu cutting his paws or anything like that. And so we cleaned up the camp a little bit, but I can't do anything about this tree that's shot down. There's nothing I or anyone can do about it. The only thing that can be done about it is spots like this get shut down. So just don't do that, and don't shoot up signs. Never shoot up signs. And another thing happened. I vented about it earlier. I think I deleted the clip though, so I don't think you saw it earlier. But we made a campfire. And this is not sponsored by BioLite, but it's a huge reason to bring your own fire pit, a BioLite or whatever else with you. So I've heard of this happening. You're like, what are you talking about? I've heard of this happening. So there's campfire rings, just some rocks in a circle that people have campfires at, kind of like a designated location to do it. And I've heard, and the reason I'm going to talk about this is because people that watch my videos, especially are watching till the end, are probably generally not garbage human beings. You guys are good people for the most part, I'm pretty sure. So if you're watching this part, I'm not really worried about you. But I do have a lot of younger audience, and maybe people do this and they're just not thinking about it. So I'm here to educate you guys. So what happened is we started a fire. I was back in my car, and then I heard a gunshot. It's a gunshot basically. It wasn't out of a barrel, but Ashley's standing by the fire. There's a gunshot, an explosion essentially that happens, and it shoots smoldering campfire and shrapnel essentially out from where it exploded. That happened once. Ashley wasn't hurt, thank goodness. And then it happened again. Basically ruined the whole night for us. What happened is people, and again, I've heard of this happening, but I've never seen it happen myself or even know anybody that's happened to personally. Somebody threw live rounds into the fire ring, and then they can cook off. Once they get hot enough, they cook off and they explode. They're not as dangerous as a bullet sent out of a barrel, but they're essentially like a high-powered firecracker. When placed in a fire pit, could seriously injure someone. So anyways, this happened. And it sucked because now Ashley's never gonna wanna sit by a campfire. I'm maybe never gonna wanna sit by a campfire. And probably a lot of you guys are probably never gonna wanna sit by a campfire. That's why I didn't really wanna talk about it. But I felt like I should, since it was something that happened to me personally, and it could have seriously injured me or my dog or my girlfriend, and it would have been really, really horrible. So the only surefire way to avoid it is bring your own fire pit, but I'm not trying to pitch you on any. I do like the BioLite fire pit, but really not trying to pitch you on any. But I'm also not pitching you on building a separate fire ring. that's no good. The idea is to leave no trace. So I don't really want to encourage you to build other fire rings. Don't do that either. What you can do is kind of comb through the fire and see if there's any rounds, but they may be buried or something. So yeah, I wanted to give a PSA. I gave a couple things you could do to try and lower your risk, but honestly, I've sat around hundreds of campfires at this point in my life probably, and this is the first time it's ever happened, so it's not a common occurrence. So again, I don't want to freak you out, but I do want you to know. And if you're a younger person and you're just kind of doing it for fun, you're like, oh yeah, let's throw these in, it'll be fun, like it's pretty funny, or maybe you tried to cook them off yourself and they didn't, and you couldn't find them late. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge or say that this was intentional, though it probably was. But if you don't know, don't do that, because you can hurt people, and it's no good, and it's a criminal offense. So if you're caught doing it, that's no good either. Okay, that was my little rant. Be responsible, don't be garbage, pick up garbage, leave it better than you found it. And yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say. I linked to things in the video description below. I'll probably link to the BioLife fire pit if you're into it, just because. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below with more tips, tricks, questions. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Oh, and don't forget, check out omaze.com/Land Rover. I'll link it in the video description as well for your chance to win a Defender 110. If you win, I really hope you'll reach out to me and let me do a rig walk around of it. Maybe let me drive it around, because I've always wanted one. All right, guys, until next time, take care.